Ever noticed how some people just seem to have that effortlessly thick, shiny hair, while the rest of us are over here trying every shampoo, serum, and DIY trick just to get a little volume going? Trust me, I've been there. And if you've ever felt like you're doing everything right but still not seeing results, you're not alone. But what if I told you, the real secret to healthier, faster growing hair isn't in your bathroom, it's actually in your kitchen? Yep. And one of the most surprising things? It has to do with carbs. Good carbs, not the ones we usually feel guilty about. Don't go anywhere, because I think this is gonna change the way you think about your hair and your plate. Before we dive in though, quick heads up. You know I'm all about natural remedies, but sometimes, your hair just needs a little extra support from the inside out. That's why I always keep Restylane in my routine. It's filled with science-backed nutrients that work with your body to support hair growth. I'll tell you more later, but if you're curious, there's a link below where you can check it out. Alright, let's talk carbs and hair, because this one's personal. So, when I first started dealing with thinning hair, I was all about cutting things out: sugar, dairy, even carbs. I thought I was doing the right thing. But I didn't realize that by ditching complex carbs, I was also ditching one of the key sources of energy my hair follicles needed to grow. Our hair is super energy demanding, like high maintenance level 100. It needs fuel. And healthy carbs? That's its favorite fuel. Okay, let me take you through some of the most hair-loving, high-carb foods that actually help your strands grow stronger and longer, without making you feel like you're sabotaging your diet. One of the first things I added back in was sweet potatoes. Not only are they super comforting, they're loaded with complex carbs and beta-carotene, which your body turns into vitamin A that helps with scalp health and sebum production. A healthy scalp equals better hair. I started eating these a few times a week and I noticed way less shedding in the shower. Coincidence? Maybe. But I'm not taking them out again. And then there's oats. Oh my gosh, don't even get me started. I used to think oatmeal was boring, but now it's one of my hair's favorite meals. It's full of fiber, iron, and B vitamins. Iron is huge for hair growth because when your levels dip, your follicles don't get enough oxygen, and they basically tap out. I started tossing in some chia seeds and almond butter and, yeah, I low-key crave it now. Ever had quinoa? I know, it's one of those foods that sounds healthy but you're like, what do I do with it? Turns out, it's actually a complete protein and a great source of healthy carbs. So you're not only feeding your hair fuel, you're giving it the building blocks it needs to grow. I started mixing it with roasted veggies and a drizzle of olive oil. So simple, but so good. Now I gotta ask, have you ever gone low carb or keto and noticed your hair getting thinner? Because it happened to me. And I didn't connect the dots at first. Your hair needs glucose, the good kind, to stay in its growth phase. When you cut carbs too much, your body basically goes into energy saving mode, and guess what gets put on pause first? Yep. Your hair. Let's talk brown rice real quick. It's not flashy, but it's full of magnesium and selenium, minerals your hair loves. I make a big batch on Sundays and use it through the week with stir-fries or bowls. Easy, budget-friendly, and my hair is happier for it. Oh, and don't sleep on beans and lentils. These are total powerhouses. Complex carbs, iron, protein, zinc, you name it. I started making lentil soups in the fall and not only do they keep me full, I swear my baby hairs started coming back in around my temples. Those tiny wins feel so good, don't they? Hey, quick question. What's your go-to comfort carb? I'm always looking for ideas to mix things up. Drop it in the comments because I love trying what's working for you too. By the way, if you're loving this info and want to go deeper, I actually put together a little free guide about top 12 high carbohydrates foods for hair growth with even more hair growth secrets. Things I couldn't fit into this video, including a full sample day of hair nourishing meals. It's totally free, and it's linked below if you want to grab it. I think you'll really enjoy it. Now, here's one most people overlook: bananas. Yep, simple bananas. They're packed with B6 and natural sugars that give your follicles the energy they need, without spiking your blood sugar like refined carbs. I sometimes mash one into my oatmeal or blend it in a smoothie. So good. And if you love corn, especially fresh corn in the summer, go for it. It's a great source of folate and fiber. Folate is essential for tissue growth and cell division, which your hair follicles do constantly when they're in growth mode. Just try to stick to whole corn, not corn syrupy stuff, you know? Whole grain bread. I know, bread can be controversial, but good whole grain options give your body slow-releasing carbs, iron, and B vitamins. I switched to sprouted grain bread and haven't looked back. Honestly, when you're feeding your body real fuel, your hair feels the difference. Pumpkin is another big one for me, especially during fall. I love making pumpkin soups or even adding it to pancakes. It's rich in complex carbs and vitamin C, which helps your body produce collagen, something your hair strands absolutely rely on to stay strong and stretchy. And lastly, beets. I know not everyone's a fan, but hear me out. Beets improve blood flow, which means better circulation to your scalp and hair follicles. They're rich in nitrates and antioxidants, and they're surprisingly versatile: roasted, juiced, or even tossed in a salad with feta. So yeah, carbs are not the enemy. When you pick the right ones, the nutrient-dense, whole food kind, they can be your hair's best friend. And honestly, isn't it kind of freeing to know you don't have to give up comfort foods to grow gorgeous hair? And like I mentioned earlier, if your hair's been feeling extra fragile or slow to grow, Restylane has been such a steady support in my own journey. It's not a miracle overnight fix, nothing truly worth it ever is. But the ingredients are clean, natural, and backed by real science. If you're curious, I dropped the link below so you can check it out at your own pace. Alright, that's it for today, friend. Have you tried any of these foods for hair growth? Or maybe you've got a favorite I didn't mention? Let me know in the comments. I seriously love hearing your tips and stories. And hey, if you're new here, don't forget to hit subscribe because I've got tons more real, natural beauty and hair tips coming your way. And if this helped you, share it with a friend who might need a little hair-loving carb confidence too. Talk to you soon, and until then, stay kind to your hair and to yourself. Start living your healthiest, best life today with Vital Life.